So you thought the nerfs in the Season 1 patch for Diablo 4 were going to be the worst part about that particular update to the game? Boy, do you have another thing coming. So yesterday, I went into the game. I did a live stream. I had planned on live streaming the Season 1 patch. As I've mentioned on my previous two videos, I was like, I'm going to stream it so that I can go and I can check it out and I can accurately report on what the experience is. A lot of people constantly ask me, Rurikhan, if you know that you're not going to like it, why do you play it? And the reason is so that I can speak with a certain degree of authority on the topic, so that I can provide you with the reasons as to why I don't like it, so that my argument isn't simply, I don't like it because it's bad. And people are like, well, what's bad about it? It's bad. And it's like, no, this way I can actually tell you exactly what are the things that are bad. And an interesting thing that I would like to address before we begin the main topic of this video is that I had a comment on my previous video where somebody said that you're just complaining about nerfs because you don't like challenge in your games. And no, that's not why. I just don't consider these nerfs to make the game more challenging. They make the game more tedious. It takes you longer to kill things. It doesn't necessarily make them harder at all. It makes the game less fun because they nerfed cooldown reduction. Therefore, your abilities you can't really reduce their cooldown as much as you could before, so it takes longer in between you using your abilities. Think about playing Dark Souls, except you can only swing your sword every 10 seconds. That'd be pretty dumb, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's pretty much what the nerfs kind of do. Not just that, they do other things, but it's not because of the challenge. I don't consider this stuff to be that challenging. I'm level 24 for crying out loud. I'm sure it'll be a whole lot harder once you get to Torment 4 or whatever, but I don't plan on making it that far myself, so, feel free to do whatever you do. I just wanted to address that real quick. Now, let's start talking about a couple of the problems that I have with this seasonal content. So problem number one, you know how you'll do a dungeon? And then after you do a certain number of things in the dungeon, you come upon something that looks like this, which is usually where the final boss of the dungeon is hiding. Except in the Season of the Malignant, you're going to be coming up on this, and then you're going to hit the door, and it's going to tell you, you must progress the seasonal quest line in order to interact with this object. And I was just thinking to myself, it's like, so I'm doing the dungeon, but I don't even get to fight the final boss of this dungeon. These, by the way, are the brand new dungeons. As you can see, they have all of these growths and stuff on them. And Malignant dungeons, for those of you who aren't following the, like what the seasonal content is going to be, are these special dungeons which they have a special mark on them. Let me see if I can find another one. Here you go. This right here is a Malignant dungeon, Din Die Hollow. It's called a Malignant Tunnel, whatever. You jump in there and you do the dungeon, and they all look kind of like this. They don't look that different from this. Maybe there's a couple of different tile sets that I haven't seen yet because I'm still fairly early into the new season. But basically that's the whole thing. You come into these dungeons in order to farm these specific new items that you're going to be getting for the season, and then you come up to the end of the dungeon, you get here, and the dungeon basically tells you to piss off. Which, to me, this doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I can't wait to see the Diablo 4 fanboys fold themselves into a pretzel in order to justify this and to tell me just how good it gets, 10 hours into the season or something like that. And some of you are going to point out, but Rurikhan, the seasonal quest line is right there. Why don't you just go do the seasonal quest line? Why don't I just go do the seasonal quest line? Well, let's take a look. What level am I? I'm level 24. Okay, what are the next steps for the seasonal quest? Oh, I have to go take over the stronghold. Oh, it's level 35. Oh, okay. So I guess I need to level up to level 35 so that I can continue the quest line, and in between that time, every single Malignant dungeon that I do, I'm going to be looking at this goddamn door that I can't interact with because I can't progress through it. Look, maybe this doesn't bother a lot of you, but to me, this is like having sex without the orgasm. It's like, I did the dungeon, let me fight the final boss. Like, what are we doing here? What exactly are we doing here? And look, sex without the orgasm is still very pleasurable, but I like having that satisfaction at the end. It feels nice. But anyway, that's just one of the things. Another thing that happened to me, by the way, was that for some strange reason, I decided to play with a friend this time around. I did most of the game the first time solo, and this time around I was like, oh, I want to play with my friend. friend Wada. We started playing the game, the season together. We were having a good time, all of that jazz. For some strange reason, there were a whole lot of times where I couldn't teleport to him. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but when you teleport to a city or something like that, if you happen to be in a party with someone, a town portal is always going to be active to where you can just teleport to them. It's usually placed around 45 degrees from your own town portal. I guess it depends on how many people you have in your party, but usually it'll be around here where my character is right now, and you go in there and you click the portal and teleport to the character. And I know that a lot of you guys are going to say, well, Rurikhan, clearly your friend was probably in some kind of weird instanced quest that you couldn't participate in. No! We were optimizing our time, and he was running to a malignant dungeon. I would run to another malignant dungeon or whatever, and then we would teleport to each other to complete objectives a little bit faster. We even teleported back to town and then back to the dungeon to make sure that, maybe there was a glitch in there or something. No, straight up didn't work. This might have been something that was already in the game. I just experienced it for the first time, so I figured that I would report on it. It is whatever. So now let's talk about something else. So you guys remember how people were complaining over the fact that gems took up too much stash space? Blizzard fixed that problem. Okay, and I know that they said they were only going to fix that problem by Season 2, but they went ahead and they did it a little bit earlier. You want to know how they fixed that problem? I can guarantee you that almost nobody's going to be complaining about bag space because of gems. Because your bags are going to be filled with fucking malignant hearts. Holy crap. And you know why people are not going to complain about gems anymore? Because malignant hearts don't even stack, because they all have different values, so it makes sense that they don't stack. But look at this shit. This is like 3 dungeons. I'm not exaggerating. This is 3 malignant dungeons worth of items. Are you kidding me? Look at my stash. I don't... Okay, whatever. I guess we're supposed to spend even more time fucking around with our stashes. I feel like there should have been a more elegant solution to this, but I know that the Diablo fanboys are just going to be like, oh, Rurikhan just complaining for the sake of complaining. Also, let me tell you something. When it comes to the Druid powers, I've heard that the Necro powers are real fun. When it comes to the Druid powers, they are boring as fuck, at least the first ones that you get. So this one causes your critical strikes to charge enemies, and eventually there's a little bit of lightning that comes out and hits enemies for a little bit of lightning damage. Boring. My base skill already does lightning. There's barely even a difference in terms of like the effect that you get, whatever. Then I have the same thing. I also have on this ring, this one's going to be funny because you guys will want to watch this one. So I have this vicious heart thing where anytime I kill a monster, there's a 6% chance to summon a wolf companion to my side for 21 seconds. And it also gives +3 to wolves. This is an interesting one. I'll get back to this one in just a little bit. Then we have also the blue ones, which I remember those being pretty boring too. Let me just see what they are because I don't even remember. Oops. So, oh yeah, when there's 10 enemies close to you, you automatically cast Cyclone Armor. It apparently can't occur more than once every 14 seconds. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want that thing to cast too often. That'd just be overpowered. And then there's another one that increases your barrier generation and you heal a little bit while you have an active barrier, I guess. This is to make up for the fact that, they nerfed armor into oblivion, so your character is, has about the thickness of a thin sheet of wet paper. And then we have this one that yanks distant enemies towards me when I have an ultimate skill active, which is about once every 1 minute, give or take. Then we have resource draining effects are less effective, and in addition, you gain 8% increased resource generation. These are the only ones that I've found so far. Not particularly interesting things. However, I will give props to this thing, which I don't know if this is a new, if this is a brand new legendary affix or not, because like I said, I didn't really play Druid, but I think that they said in the menu, like there's a menu here on collections. If you go to Codex of Power, let me find that one that I was talking about. Is it this one? Ancestral Charge? No. It is Shockwave Aspect. Yeah, see how it says it expires at the end of season? So I'm assuming that this one is specific to this season. This one's pretty fun. I'll give them props for that one. This one's a pretty fun legendary aspect that makes your Pulverize do a Shockwave thing. I like that one a lot. It's a lot of fun. But, yeah, these are my options for Caged Hearts, which are filling up my inventory And let me just tell you what you really should be doing with most of these after you pick up the one or two that you actually care about. You just come over here and you just shard all of them. You guys are like, oh, Rurikhan, some of these might have had like good stats on them, or I just don't care. I just don't care anymore. And you guys will see why, because like I'm not even joking. Wait until the end of the video. You will get to see exactly why I don't care about any of this anymore. Now, besides that, I'd like to bring up something for all of the druids out there. I don't know if maybe somebody will see this, maybe someone will report this. Like I said, I just don't care enough to really pay too much attention to it. But like I told you guys, there's this neat one that summons wolves for you, right? This vicious heart. Now, the cool thing about that I was thinking about this one is like, you know, early on in the game, you don't have a lot of skill points, so you're trying to see the things that you can do to increase in power gains as fast as possible. Now it's like, oh, I can get +3 to wolves for free, so I don't need to put a point in wolves because this piece of gear will give me +3 to wolves, and I can just equip wolves. Like that's good. So I went ahead and okay, here are my wolves. Let me go ahead and assign my skill over here. As you can see, assigning skills in console probably takes a little bit longer than assigning them on PC, but it's whatever, right? I have my wolves here, and I was like, oh, this is great, dude. So now I have 3 wolves for free, and every now and then an extra one gets spawned for free. This is great. I love this. This is fantastic. Great job. And then I decided, okay, I need to go up to Kyovashot because I need to clear my inventory. And, you know, things are good. You just go in, you clear your inventory, do your things. Don't even worry about it. And the problem is, uh-oh, what happened to the wolves that were on my bar? They're gone. Huh. Must be a bug. Okay, let me go ahead and, you know, equip them again. You know, bugs happen, right? Oh, wait, it's, oh, it's not, it's just not working. Oh, what, okay. Let's go back to the dungeon. Maybe it'll work there. Let's see. Oh, look, it's back. Oh, thank you. And now you might be wondering, oh, come on, Rurikhan, it's whatever. No, this thing will straight up unequip in the middle of battle. Yeah, it also happens like randomly. I don't know why. I don't know if it's when it procs the additional wolf effect or what the deal is. It just straight up unequips. Now, I'm not going to say that you didn't test this properly, but I mean, I played the game as a druid for like 4 hours yesterday, and I got so frustrated with this thing because like I don't want to constantly have to go to my abilities and re-equip the friggin' wolves. It's like, whatever, bro. It's like, look, you guys get the point, right? There's glitches, there's bugs. Obviously, this thing was not really properly tested. It's whatever. It's not even the worst part, okay? Let's actually get to the worst part. So how do you go about doing the seasonal journey so that you can unlock the seasonal pass so that you can get amazing things like this red shirt? The red shirt actually looks cool, I'm not going to lie. But one of my favorite ones is the clown pants that go with the red shirt, okay? Because definitely, you know, as I'm playing through Season 1, I want to make sure that my character adequately looks like a fucking clown because that's essentially what I am. I mean, after all, who wouldn't want to get this amazing... By the way, these are free cosmetics, but after all, who wouldn't want to get this amazing cosmetic of the balanced sword? Good Lord, that's the best looking balanced sword I've seen in my whole life. But Rurikhan, it's free! No, it's not. It costs time. It takes time out of your day to actually grind this shit. But anyways, this has to be one of the most basic cosmetics I've ever seen. Not to mention the hilarity that they had the gall to call it the balanced sword, to basically meme on every single player over the fact that they nerfed the fuck out of every single class ahead of this patch. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So how do you go about actually advancing this season journey? Oh, you do season journey. You check out your objectives and you do things like, oh, collect Gallovine, collect a Malignant Heart, do one dungeon, do these things. And, you know, I was doing these things. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do these things. That's whatever. Who cares, right? It's stuff that you're going to be doing anyway while you're playing the game. And then I get to number 2 and it's like complete 10 cellars. I was like, so, but I don't really want to do 10 sellers. Okay, you don't have to do all of them, so you can just do some of the other ones. Collect more malignant hearts. Sure, I'll do that. Conquer strongholds. Strongholds are fun. I'll do that. Craft the chip gem. You're actually making me go out of my way to craft the gem. Like, at this point, you're just telling me, do this thing because I fucking told you to do it, and you're gonna do it because you're a bitch. And then, okay, do 5 malignant tunnels. I was gonna do those anyways, get to level 25, it's whatever. Like demon hearts, found from killing demons or in cellars. So, you kill some demons, it's whatever. Change your gear's appearance at the wardrobe. Why is this an objective? Just go to your wardrobe, change. This is literally just a list of fucking chores, dude. Interact with 10 waypoints. Oh, now you know why they purposely removed your waypoints that you had in the Eternal Realm. They remove those from you. They just leave the ones from the capital cities so that they can then make it an objective for you to go back and collect them again. Are you fucking kidding me? And by the way, do remember their original plan was to have you to collect all of the altars of Lilith again. This was their original plan. This is what they had planned. Upgrade items at the blacksmith. I didn't want it to upgrade items at the blacksmith at this level. Why would you upgrade an item at the blacksmith at level 20? Who does that? Why? Because go there and do it because I fucking said so. That's why. Upgrade your potion. That one makes sense. Then we get to number 3. And this was the one where I was really like, okay, this is just fucking stupid. And let me tell you which one it was. It was this one. Craft 5 elixirs at the alchemist. I was like, why do I want to craft 5 elixirs at the alchemist? Because we fucking said so. That's why. Do the fucking chore like a good little boy. And these are the things that you have to go do in order to actually advance the season pass, right? But here's the thing. When you start going further and further, you can actually start seeing grind 10,000 seeds of hatred. I actually don't think this one's that hard from the amount of seeds of hatred that I've gotten just from randomly going in there, whatever. Kill 5 Helltide commanders. I'm not sure if I've killed Hell 5 commanders on my eternal, whatever. Open 3 tortured gifts of mysteries. You know, the one that they added ridiculous amounts of cinders in order for you to be able to actually open them. They made it ridiculously harder to open this fucking thing during a Helltide, and then they want you to go ahead and open up 3 of them. Kill 15 world bosses, kill the Echo of Lilith, reach level 100. Yeah, this sounds like fun. Complete a tier 3 nightmare dungeon. And there's more, just like, on the level before that, you have to go get 5,000. You have to... It's like, bro, look at these fucking chores. It's just chores. You know, you want to know the worst part about this? I would have had more fun if I didn't have these chores to do. Like, if they would have tied the progression of the battle pass to the level of my character, because I think this goes all the way up to like level 80, right? It goes all the way up to level 90. Okay, if you were to tie the progression of the battle pass to the level of my character, I would have enjoyed the experience more than having some random fucking grocery list shoved in my face where I have to constantly come in here and see, oh, did I complete this one? Oh, did I complete this other one? Not to mention that when it came to the dungeons, due to the fact that you finished the dungeon, the door was closed, I would often find myself coming back to this thing, making sure that did this actually count for my progression? Because for some strange reason, they have to force you to go. You have to open up your map, then go into season, then from season go into season journey in order to actually find this so that they can constantly shove this battle pass in your face. By the way, every single time that you progress one level in the battle pass, they'll make sure to let you know and tell you like, oh, you've progressed one more level in your battle pass. So anyone who's trying to actually play the game and just get the free track, you're constantly getting bombarded with messages of the things you should be getting if you were to buy the pass. But that's not even the worst part, because let me tell you something. This battle pass, the way that they've designed the UI here is actually a fucking scam, because you might notice that my premium battle pass is active and you're like, well, Rurikhan, if from the beginning you weren't planning on playing the whole season, why the hell did you activate your premium battle pass? And let me tell you exactly why I activated my premium battle pass. All right, let me show you guys. We go here. Let me open up this window. Okay, so this right here is Twitter. I posted this up last night. This is when I was playing the game. I was with my friend Wada. We had just finished a dungeon, and I figured, okay, let me go check on the battle pass here if this dungeon actually counted. Let's See, I'm saying, let's see if it counted. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. Let me make sure to increase the volume here. This should work. So notice that how when I went into this seasonal thing, notice where the cursor is by default if you're playing on a controller. By default, the option that is selected is activate premium. So every single time that you jump into this screen, the default option is activate premium. Okay, because I already have the premium battle pass due to the fact that as a content creator, I had to buy the digital deluxe edition so that I'd have the 5 days early access to cover the game and do all of that. But so by default, it goes there. And you know, you're talking like this is near midnight my time. I'm a little bit sleepy. This is my 3rd live stream of the day, so I'm a little bit tired. I'm not necessarily expecting to be a victim of Blizzard's predatory practices. So I'm pressing, and I'm just trying to get the season journey. But you know, you're navigating this UI, which is not the most responsive one in the world. So it's easy for you to press the X button twice. I pressed the X button twice. Boom. I hit the button. I hit the activate premium button by mistake. And you guys would be like, oh, Rurikhan, that's just a fat finger. There are at least 5 other people in my stream that were complaining about this. And in this particular Twitter post, you can find like at least 2 or 3 more people that were also complaining that they mistakenly activated premium. You can find a bunch of people that said they almost activated premium. But yeah, this to me right here is straight up malicious design. Like, there's no excuse for this. But here's the best part. No! So it says transaction processing, so I immediately start pressing on circle to go back, and the game crashes! Bro, if that thing activated, you gotta be... I have to constantly go to that fucking menu! You have to constantly go to the season menu to check what your season journey progression is to make sure that you're being a good little boy and progressing through all of the little chore lists that Blizzard has made for you. Are you shitting me? I think I activated my premium battle pass. I love the upside down clown here. I think it's fantastic. It's a good representation. It really is.
They put your whole grocery list on the same page as the season pass.
Exactly, so that you click the fucker, bro.
Did you make it crash, or did the game actually just crash?
The game actually just crashed. I hope it crashed and it didn't activate it. Like, if that's a one-click activation, fuck you, dude. And now we go in, and boom, premium battle pass activated. Fuck you. Yeah. So fucking scam, dude. So with that, this in my, like, look, there's, I don't know, again, I know that there's going to be Diablo fanboys are going to fold themselves into a pretzel and say that I'm just an old man. Maybe I am an old man. Maybe because I'm an old man, I look at this and I just see some of the World of Warcraft design that I've always fucking hated of do the thing we want you to do because we want you to do the thing, even though you probably want to do other things that are more fun in the game. Do this. I mean, I remember in one of my videos that I did on the secondary channel where somebody was telling me, be thankful for the season journey. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean be thankful? Be thankful that you get a fucking grocery list of things? You can't even decide the things that you want to do? You have to play the game the way that they want? Like I said, it would have been more fun if they would have just associated the battle pass levels to my character levels. And that way I could just level up my character however the hell I wanted without feeling like I'm being led by the nose to do these little meaningless fucking chores that I just don't want to do. I don't want to craft 5 elixirs. I don't. I know it's easy. I have the materials for it. I don't want to do it. Why? What's the reasoning behind this meaningless fucking task? And that's the part that, you know, again, maybe I'm just too old. Maybe it's whatever. I had planned on live streaming this later today. I'm not going to. Fuck this game. It's like I'm done. I'm still going to watch their what's it called? The campfire thing or whatever, because I want to see if my theory was correct. I'll be live streaming that as kind of like a goodbye stream to Diablo 4, but I'm done. I'm just done, dude. Do whatever the fuck you want with the game. Justify it however the fuck you want. I don't have to deal with this. I'm done. See you guys. Peace out.